I think we're live. I think we might already be live. Are we not? Oh, it's quicker than usual. Welcome. And I see that 100 people are already here. Wow, wonderful. Thank you all for stopping by, for waiting for me. That makes me very happy. So we're here in front of Futakotamagawa Station, where I ended the last episode of my epic Den-En-Toshi line walk. The Den-En-Toshi line is a train line that connects Shibuya in central Tokyo to Kanagawa Prefecture just south of the city. It's about 30 something kilometers in total length, and I think we walked about the first 8-9 kilometers so far, and today I will continue this walk. As you can see, it's a little bit of a gray day here, like this, a little bit. Some parts of the sky are blue, some are kind of cloudy. It's very cold. I actually regret not wearing gloves today. That was a mistake, but hopefully I will manage. Let's check, because I know you all are dying to hear the temperature, right? So it's currently 11 degrees, and look, the autofocus is working as well. 11 degrees here in Tokyo. So yeah, this is a pretty lively neighborhood area. Those of you who are familiar with my channel know that I live around here. So it's a pretty common area to see on this channel, but in case there's someone new here, you might be interested in knowing that, yeah, this place sits just on the border of Tokyo, at the southern border. So once we cross this bridge over there, we will no longer be in Tokyo. So yeah, this will be a prefecture crossing stream today. So we will soon enter Kawasaki City in Kanagawa Prefecture in just a few minutes. So how exotic. And then once I continue further down this line, I will actually enter, first I will enter Yokohama City, and then a little bit further still I will once again be in Tokyo, in an area called Machida. But we won't be able to make it that far today. So today's walk, I think we will mostly be in Kawasaki City. It's just this first 10 minutes or so until we cross the bridge. That will be from Tokyo. So yeah, I'm excited. I was kind of debating if I should show you this neighborhood a little bit, but I'm actually planning to do another Futakotamagawa live stream relatively soon to show you all the Christmas decorations here. So I think for today, let's not wander around too much here in Futakotamagawa, but let's instead continue down this train line. Okay, so auto captions are a bit weird when it comes to place names, obviously, and they also fall together entirely when I start speaking Japanese, so that's nothing I can do about that. でももし日本人とか英語が得意ではない人が見るなら、今はオートカプションの機能がありますので、もしよければ多分Google で自動的に僕のちょっと英語が日本語の文字が出る、そういう機能が昨日からできます。Am I going to Tama Plaza Station? Yes, I am. I will pass Tama Plaza Station. I'm not sure if I will make it all the way there today. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how long today's stream will be. Probably not super long. Maybe an hour to 90 minutes. So we'll see how far we'll make it. But yeah, it's wonderful to see so many of you already tuned in. I think I will do a little detour just down here to the riverfront area, because that place is quite nice, so it's worth showing. The place where I had a beer at night a couple of weeks ago. Ah, Wandering Japan. Interesting, you live around here as well. That makes us two. Fellow neighbor YouTuber. And Nomadic Gaijin is here too. Great, nice to see you. So I think I will go for a coffee break sometime today. Probably once I get to Mizonokuchi area. But other than that, I don't have too much planned. Just following the train tracks basically. I'm sorry for being a little bit late today. Before starting the stream, I realized I was really hungry. So I had a very quick gyudon before I started this stream. I haven't had gyudon. I went to Sukiya, which is this like cheap, super cheap chain of stores, because I just needed to eat something as quickly as possible because I had already scheduled the stream, but I realized I would be too hungry. I don't want to walk around for an hour and a half or 2 hours just being hungry all the time. So yeah, I had a quick gyudon and it was surprisingly good. I haven't had Sukiya for years. I don't go there very often, but it was surprisingly enjoyable. Wow, they're doing some massive construction down here. I think when there was a flood 2 summers ago, I think some of these fancy apartment buildings were barely, like, they were fine, but I think they were very close to getting damaged. So maybe they're building like higher protection from floods now. Yeah, look, this entire riverfront area is a big construction zone. Okay, then it's not that nice to walk down here. I hope they will finish it. Oh, looks like they're building another bridge or something here. Wow, I haven't seen this actually. I haven't noticed that this massive reconstruction. Oh well, I guess I should just head back up to the bridge then and continue walking along the train tracks, because I don't think I can go down here to the riverfront. I won't get that much closer than this. Thank you, Garfield, for the super chat. Very kind of you. Also, thanks a lot everybody who watched my stream yesterday. As promised, I did shoot a 4K video of the autumn scenery in Shinjuku Gyoen that I think turned out quite nice. So it's been uploaded to YouTube, and I will probably make it public within a couple of days, on a day when I'm too busy to do a regular stream. Yeah, there was a lot of damage when there was this big flood 2 years ago. So no wonder. It was like the worst flooding of Tamagawa in I think 50 years or something like that. So this historically this river has had many floods throughout years, but yeah, they have kind of tried to stop that from happening again by building this high kind of, I don't know what to call them, sea walls? Not really, river walls? I don't know. But yeah, I guess due to the changing climate they need to reinforce those efforts even more. Wandering Japan. Wow, he will propose. That's exciting. Congratulations. By the way, let me know if you need a photographer. I've shot many surprise proposals throughout the years, so please connect with me if you want to see some samples of what I can offer. Enoshima is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I mean, Enoshima is one of my favorite day trip destinations. So why not? So we are now leaving Tokyo and entering Kawasaki and Kanagawa Prefecture. I'm not sure if we're still technically in Tokyo. The border should be somewhere in the next couple of meters, I guess. Yes, wandering Japan. I'll be happy to send you the link to my portrait portfolio. Maybe you can send me a message on Instagram if you're not on my Patreon. If you are, then you can message me there. Kawasaki, I'm coming. Yeah, I think it's funny. Like, I noticed that many of my viewers seems to be almost unreasonably excited about Kawasaki. To me, Kawasaki is a slightly boring city that doesn't really have that much going for it. But whenever I do like Kawasaki streams, they tend to get surprisingly popular. And one of my most viewed videos is a night walk in Kawasaki. So now we're at Tonari no Tokyo Explorer. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Or Shutoken Explorer, which means like the capital region of Japan Explorer. Dan asks if I have a driver's license. I do not. No, I've never stepped on a gas pedal in my entire soon 40 years of being alive on this planet. Never driven a car. My wife keeps complaining about it. We were on a trip this last weekend and we rented a car, and of course she had to do all the driving. She really likes to drive though, but I think she would be happy if from time to time I could take over as well when she needs a break. Okay, so now we're definitely on the Kawasaki side. So, throughout this train line walk, this is the first prefecture crossing, and I think there will be 2 more prefecture crossings, and there will probably be 5 city crossings. Because after this we're entering Yokohama, and then Tokyo, and then Yokohama. Oh, okay. No, maybe not. Maybe just 3 then. Oh, let's dash and pass before it turns red. From experience, I know that this traffic light is always very short. Ah, there we go. Ish. I think we can actually walk through here. Oh no, let's not do that. Let's go down here instead. Actually, let's go down this way. Because I'm worried that entering that tunnel might break the signal strength. Imagine if you lived in US and never drove a car. Well, I guess if I were living in a city like New York, that wouldn't be so strange or problematic. But of course, in other smaller cities, yeah, the US is extremely car dependent. But I've always lived in places that has good public transportation. And yeah, I enjoy trains and buses. $222 people watching. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I'm always happy to see people, the number of viewers increasing, and knowing that people enjoy my random walks wherever it might be. So now we're actually already at the next station, which is called Futakotamagawa. So that station is here. Let's see. Should be able to. Yeah, here's Futakotamagawa Station. I lost track. Well, it says number 8. Den-En-Toshi line station number 8. So number 8 out of, I forgot how many stations, or how many stops this line has again. I think it's 30 something. Oh, coffee shop, Cafe Rest since 2020. Wow, it's new. It's a little bit too early for my coffee break though, but maybe I should check this place out sometime. Should have looked at the network map of the station. Yeah, I should. Let's do it at next one. That's a good idea. Next station is Takatsu Station, which is not terribly far from here. I think we should get there in like maybe 10 minutes. Stations around here are actually pretty close together. But now I'm taking a little detour down here on this local Shotengai shopping street, because it's gonna be too boring if I just follow the train tracks straight. So let me think. Can I go down here? Wait, I'm a little bit lost here. Maybe, let's see if we can walk down this way. And since I know you are always curious about real estate prices, here you can see what it costs to live around here. This is a newly built house. 4 minutes from this station, and it's 46 million yen. And this is how much you pay every month if you take a loan. Interesting. So let me just check what you are saying in the chat. I wonder if this might be... no, I'm very close to the train tracks now. I think this should be okay. Yes. Yeah, that price of that house, that looked quite cheap to me. It would probably be at least 50% more if it was on the other side of the river, on the Tokyo side. So just crossing this river brings down prices quite a lot. And yeah, by train we're about 15 minutes from Shibuya, so we're still pretty close to central Tokyo, I would say, and easy to commute. Oh, here they're building, maybe this was the one we saw, I don't know. They're building a house here. Or maybe, no, looks like they're building two houses here. two houses on this little plot of land. Happy Friday, almost everyone is here. How about likes? Yay! Yeah, likes are great. Super chats are even better. Patreon memberships are the best. That's the number one way to support this channel if you really enjoy walking with me, because that way I can dodge a lot of the Google tax, and also it gives you access to special contents like Patreon only live streams and wallpaper and thumbnail galleries and things like that. The link is in the video description. Do you wear the pink shorts during autumn? I do not. I wear black pants, and also my winter coat is now out from the wardrobe. My old thin rain jacket is not warm enough this time of the year. Oh, and also my Patreon supporters are since a few weeks ago, they get access to maps of all my walks. So that could maybe also be a reason for some of you to join if you want to see exactly where I walked. So I use an app to track all my walks now, and I upload those maps and share it with my Patreon supporters. So another reason. Why is favorite season spring? Is it? I don't know. We talked about that yesterday. My favorite... Oh, interesting. This is actually... this is a cafe. Bakery and cafe in here. Huh. Looks quite nice. What a random location. So what was I saying? Yeah, we talked about seasons yesterday. And I said that at least my favorite season is autumn, sorry. Spring is nice too, but I do enjoy autumn more. Springs here tend to be a bit hectic because everybody's rushing to see all the cherry blossoms. Which is nice, but I don't like crowds, so I prefer when things are a little bit slower.今日も寒いですね。そうですね。今日はちょっと寒いですね。So yeah, here you can see currently the GPS tracking of today's route. So yeah, as I mentioned, it will be shared with my Patreons directly after the walk. And by the way, if any one of you is watching and you have trouble finding these things, the thumbnail gallery and the maps and whatnot on Patreon, please send me a message there, because I do realize that it's a little bit complicated to find all the links, and I should probably sort that out, make it easier somehow. But yeah, if you need help finding anything, just let me know. Oh, here's another coffee shop, but this one is closed. So now we're already at Takatsu Station. So let's check out the map here of the train line. So here it is, Takatsu Station. This is like slightly smaller entrance. The bigger one is on the opposite side, but I think we have a map here that can give us a better sense of how long this train line is. So first stop, Shibuya, stop number 1. We are now here at Takatsu Station number 9, and the entire line is 27 stations long. So if you take the train, the local train from here to the last stop, it takes 33 minutes. 17 minutes to Shibuya. So we're about a third through. So I think I said that I'm aiming to finish this series in 3 or possibly 4 episodes. So we'll see how long it will take. Also, some of you might be interested in knowing how frequent the trains are during rush hour. There's basically a train every 2 or 3 minutes, and this means that there's express trains passing, because this station is just a local station, so express trains doesn't stop here. So if it's a station with express trains, then these numbers would be filled as well. So it's pretty busy, the number of trains in the early morning rush, and also in the afternoon there's plenty of trains. And then last train is just after midnight. So between midnight and 5 there are no trains. That's when they, and it's basically the same for most for all train lines in Tokyo. There's no night trains. They use that time to maintain the tracks instead. Oh, and thank you, I got a super chat. Thank you very much. Let me see. From Jaakko Järvinen, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Coffee money, yes. I think I will have a coffee break soon. Hair reveal. Long hair suits you and your art. Haha, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you used to have long hair as well, didn't you? Or maybe you still do. Yeah, I guess I should just let it grow wild and crazy, and also add artist to my business card. $300 people watching now. Thank you so much. Big contrast to the timetables of rural train stations. Oh, sure. If you go to like the countryside in Japan, there are like stations with maybe 1 train every hour or even less than that. But this train line, the Den-En-Toshi line, is very busy. And the trains are really packed during rush hour. So, yeah. I think ideally it would be good if they had some more train lines running in a similar but slightly different route. But there's just like, if you go this way, you have to walk really far until there's another train line that goes into the city center. And same if you go this way, you have to go all the way to Odakyū line until you reach a train line that takes people into Tokyo. So I think, considering how many people actually living in Kanagawa prefecture, it would probably help if they built some new train lines here. So the last train on the train line near me was 15 years ago. Oh really, Scott? So they abandoned it entirely? There's no more trains? Ah, thank you, YL. Let me see your question. How did they discriminate 2 types of fast trains? Both by this. I'm not sure exactly I understand what you're asking, but yeah, there are several different types of express trains. So there's basically express trains on this line. There's express trains, and then there's something called semi-express trains. And the semi-express trains, the distance between Shibuya to Futakotamagawa, they stop at all the stops. But then after Futakotamagawa, they only stop at the express train stops. So I think that's why they have two different colors, because one is express and one is semi-express. So I'm not sure if that answered your question, but if not, please reiterate and I will try to answer again. Did you have lunch? Yes, I did have lunch. I had lunch just before starting this stream, like 10 minutes before I realized that, oh, I need to eat. Otherwise I will be hungry during the entire stream, and that will just make me sound grumpy. More grumpy than usual. So I didn't want to do that. So I had a very quick gyudon, which is like this rice bowl with some beef and onion. Very, very simple, cheap, basic Japanese fast food. I've been actually thinking, I passed here not too long ago, and this yellow little truck here is, I think it's a coffee truck. I haven't tried it, so I thought, let's see if it's open. Then I will have my coffee here. And this is actually a co-working space that they opened quite recently in this building. Oh yes, it looks like this food truck is open. Wonderful. Oh, thank you, Jenny, for the coffee funds. Let's get a coffee here. Konnichiwa.
Ah, konnichiwa.
Coffee. Hi, カプチーノできますか？はい。ホットでお願いします。
サイズがスモールかラージであります。ラージ。シングルショップでダブルショップ。
じゃあ大きい方でお願いします。
はい。
これ最近できたよね。なんかこのなんかフードトラック、このフードトラックとか。
あ、これはフードトラックは5年前からやってる。
あ、ここで？
あ、でもここは6月から。
6月から。あ、なるほどなるほど。ね、ここなんかコーワーキングスペースみたいな。
あ、そう。
できたよね。
あとダンススタジオ。
ダンススタジオ。面白い。
中入れるのでよかったら見てきて OK ですよ。
ありがとうございます。今ちょっと撮影中。はい。後で行ってみます。それで撮影して大丈夫ですか？ありがとうございます。So yeah, apparently this little coffee truck or food truck, I think they have food as well. No, it's coffee. So it's been around for 5 years. But it's been here since 6月, what's that, June, July? Yeah, since the summer, since they opened this co-working space here. So I guess she was located somewhere else. So I guess here you can, if you want to follow her on Instagram, you can. その前はどの辺ですか？
は週末にいろんなイベント回ってます。
ああ、そっか。ああ、そっかそっか。東京だけですか？
東京、横浜、川崎。
あはは、なるほど。
YouTube ですか？
そうです。そうです。散歩 YouTuber です。今は田園都市線、
いいですね、
渋谷から駐輪館まで。
素敵。よく見つけてくれて嬉しいな。
そう。ほとんど毎日 やってます。
すごい。
はい。今
はい、
海外からなんか日本に入ることができないから、
はいはいはい。
そのために生配信でいろんなところ散歩してます。
ちょっと旅行な気分。
そうですね。バーチャル旅行。
いいと思う。いいな、いいな。最近旅行行ってないから。
そうですね。
よいしょ。カプチーノ520円です。
はい、追加でいいですか？
はい、かしこまりました。ご用意しますね。
はい。その散歩中で毎日なんかどっかでなんかコーヒーブレイクもやってます。
大事、コーヒーブレイク。
そうです。そうです。
すいません、少々お待ちください。
はいはい。いいえいいえ。
はい、すいません、お願いします。あ、アップルウォッチだ。
はい。できたかな。
はい、OK です。
はい、
バッチリ
OK。
ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。
楽しんで。
はい。バイバイ。
ありがとうございます。
バイバイ。ありがとうございます。Okay. Got a coffee. Quite reasonable price as well. Was cheaper and like twice as big as the coffee I had yesterday. Oops. It looks like my gimbal is a bit drunk. Let me sort that out. It's getting so diagonal that it's getting a little bit annoying to me. Let me fix that really quick. EJI. There we go. Yeah, another coffee person. I'm very close to, like, this place is closer to where I live compared to coffee person. So I might come back here. The coffee is tasty. It's very nice. Oh. No, I can't connect to my gimbal. Okay, so I guess you have to live with this slightly slanted view of the world. Yeah, finally a good a place that's kind of on par with coffee person. And coffee person's specialty is drip coffee, right? And it's very tasty, but I'm more of a cappuccino person, so yeah, I like this. Rental prices around here. Takatsu, 1 minute from Takatsu Station, 20 square meters, 68,000 yen. It's quite cheap. Cheap. Compared to, again, as soon as you cross the border and you're in Kawasaki, then prices are significantly cheaper than on the Tokyo side. Some of you, those of you who are regular to my channel, should recognize this place. I walked along this little river so many times. I also walked here at night quite a few times. And there's actually another decent coffee place just done it. Yeah, you all remember Game Immigrant, right? Probably the weirdest named arcade in the entire Tokyo region. So next to that arcade there's also a little coffee shop here in this hole in the wall, which is also quite tasty, their coffee. I like it. It's so weird. And then the question mark. Like exactly why? Who named this place and why? I want to know. Oh, Rakuten, my cell phone provider. Today the stream has been pretty smooth, right? So far, knock on wood. No major hiccups. Oh, thank you, Paul Kovac. 3. Okay, not sure exactly what that means, but thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Have you been to a sumo? Not the real deal, no. I've photographed morning sumo practice at a couple of sumo stables in Ryogoku for a Swedish magazine a couple of years ago. That was fun, really fun to shoot. Oh. There's a Don Quixote here, and some of you knows what that might mean. But no, I think last time I passed here, we heard my favorite song in the entire world. It's still here, but it's on very low volume now. No, this one is not even on. Oh, it is on. That's the sound of Japan. The sound of Don Quixote, maybe I should say. Although we often hear that song in other shops as well. It's not only at Don Quixote. So 45 minutes so far, and we are now at Mizonokuchi Station. Here's actually a pretty decent arcade. Title Station. Haven't been much to arcades since the pandemic started though, but I did go for a few rounds of Dance Dance Revolution not too long ago. I should probably get back to that. I do need some exercise. I've been gaining weight recently. Oh, I think this building is brand new, actually. Everywhere in the Tokyo region, there's always new shops popping up all the time. Old buildings being torn down, new ones being built. Tokyo just changes all the time. YouTube is having a real problem with place names. Yeah, I can imagine. I wish there was a way for me to tell YouTube that I speak both English and Japanese on my streams. That's maybe auto-translating both languages would be a little bit too difficult for Google. Actually, I don't know, should I go up here? Yeah, I guess I should. I always like to get a little bit of overhead views of places I'm passing. So let's go up here. Mr. Miyazaki, wow, you have a friend who is sumo? That's cool. I would love to get drunk and have like a casual conversation with a sumo wrestler. That would be fun. They seem very stiff when you talk to them like in more official situations, but I'm sure they must be really funny to get drunk with. Yeah, I think last time I came here was at night, and there was an announcement that there was like a wild monkey running around this area. That's crazy. Is Japan closed now? Yeah, pretty much. It's been closed for almost 2 years. Like since April 2020, Japan has been closed to tourists, as well as most other people who's not living here. So Mizonokuchi Station. So down there is the Den-En-Toshi line station. Here's the Nambu line Mizonokuchi Station. So I will just pass through here. Here we have a little map. Let's take a look. So we are here. We came from here, and we will walk this way to Kajigaya Station. Kajigaya might be where I end the walk today. As I said, maybe this episode will be a little bit on the shorter side, so about an hour. But I actually have some other work to do today before picking up my daughter. When will you expose your face? I do that frequently, but only to my Patreon supporters in my Patreon only live streams. There you can see my face. But here on YouTube, I prefer not to. Thank you, Timothy, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Good night, Joseph. Thanks for stopping by today and every other day. We'll see you soon again. I wonder if we can hit 400 viewers today. I didn't notice they actually put solar panels on the roof here. It's good. So here's the south entrance of the Mizonokuchi Station on the Den-En-Toshi line. So station number 10 out of 27 on this train line. So we still have quite a long way to go. We're not even halfway through yet. Okay, Wandering Japan. Sleep well. Good luck with your trip back to Japan. So yeah, one more stop, which I think will take about 15 minutes. Scarred face. Please read the FAQ in the video description, where you will find answers to questions about my background and a lot of other frequently asked questions. So please have a look there. I finished the coffee, so I'm just gonna be a bad person and throw it away here at 7-Eleven. There we go. Have I been to a geisha meeting? Not a meeting with geishas, but I've been to restaurants where I've been entertained by geishas. I did that not too long ago in Niigata Prefecture. It was interesting. As always, it was for work. I don't think I would have paid the money. It's very expensive. I don't think I would have paid that myself. It was not that amazing. How's my baby? She's great. She's great. She is finally this week. She is used to going to the nursery. She doesn't cry anymore. So that's a big progress. A month ago when we started taking her there, she cried like it was the end of the world every time we said goodbye to her. But now she's fine. She's really enjoying the time there. She's playing a lot with the other kids, and she seems very happy. So it's great. It's great. And she hasn't gotten another cold yet. She got colds twice in a short time after she started going there, but yeah, now she's fine. Hopefully her immune system is getting stronger. So yeah, all good with Mini Explorer. She's so much fun to be around. I really wish that I could show her to you, because she's so amazing and awesome and funny. But yeah, I prefer to respect her privacy as well. The baby must be cute. Does she look Japanese? I don't think so. She looks more Western than Japanese. Of course, she has some Japanese features, but I think if people didn't know that her mom was Japanese, then I don't think that most Westerners would notice. Yeah, I might let Mini Explorer join a Patreon only stream, maybe at some point. That could potentially happen. Does my daughter laugh? Yes, she laughs a lot. She laughs a lot. And she's so funny. She loves making funny faces. And she recently started walking. And now she really loves to tease me so that I chase her. Then she laughs hysterically and running around like a little drunk person. She's still not very stable on her tiny little feet, so whenever she runs around she looks like she's drunk and she falls over from time to time. It's so funny. So yeah, she's awesome. Bit of an uphill hike here, and as I mentioned before, I'm really out of shape, so things like this makes me huff and puff like a very old person. Yes, Mr. Miyazaki, I might feature her on Patreon on the stream at some point. Maybe. Babies are perfect humans, yeah. Or, I don't know. In a way, they're pretty crappy humans, actually. I mean, they can't do anything. Hardly. And, yeah. So, I don't know what constitutes a perfect human. But if it's like crying hysterically when you don't get what you want and constantly falling over when you try to walk, then yeah, if that's the definition of perfect, then she's definitely perfect. Otherwise, not sure. But she's, yeah, to me she's absolutely perfect. Would you like your daughter to experience Chichigo Sunday? Yeah, why not? I mean, since she is Japanese, we want to make sure that she kind of identifies with the Japanese culture and her Japanese heritage. So we do want to give her that. So participating in events like that is something we will do. We did go to a shrine when she turned 100 days old, because that's what you do here in Japan. So then we dressed her up in a tiny little kimono, which was so slippery that I almost dropped her when I tried to carry her. But fortunately I didn't drop her. Thank you, S, for the super chat. So yeah, I'm not sure when we will take her to the shrine next time, but it's probably gonna happen soon. Chigo-san is still 2 years away, so I think we're getting pretty close to Kajigaya Station, actually. Said your little girl doesn't look Japanese. Are you worried about things like discrimination? Yes, I do. I am worried about if she were to go to school in Japan. I am worried about how she would be treated. Actually, even at the nursery, she is like the only mixed child that I've seen there, and she gets a lot of attention. Of course, it's only positive in the sense, like, you know, no one is mean to her or anything, but everybody thinks she's super cute, and just because she looks different. But you know, just constantly getting to hear that and experience that you're being treated differently because the way you look, that's one of the concerns why I'm not so comfortable about having her grow up in Japan. I think Western countries are much more kind of multicultural, and yeah, it's not a big, her looks wouldn't be a big deal in Europe or America, for example. But here she is quite unique, and yeah, so far it's only been like positive comments, but eventually I think that will also turn into a problem for her. Yeah, even something as simple as being the only one wearing glasses. Sure, there's of course always other things that can cause bullying or mean comments rather than ethnicity, and that goes of course for all countries. But I think the ethnicity bit is a very big deal here in Japan, and that does make me uncomfortable. And also, like, I mean, I lived here for 13 years now, but I always still get comments that basically implies that, you know, I'm different, I'm not Japanese. Oh, can you use chopsticks? Like a lot of things that gets kind of old, but I can kind of live with it. And after all, I did make the active choice to move here, and I kind of knew that that would be the case before deciding to come here. But with my daughter's looks, she's born and raised here, I'm sure she will still get all those kind of comments as well, even though this will be her only place where she has, you know, lived, and the only culture that she would have a first-hand experience of. And that makes me sad to think about that, you know, that would be her normal life potentially for the rest of her life if we stay here in Japan, and that is a big problem to me. Anyway, we are here, we're at Kajigaya Station, and we just passed the 1 hour mark, so I'm sure I could talk about those things for hours, but I do have other things to do, so I will wrap today's stream up here, and thank you. Say thank you to all of you who watch me. And I think I will continue this adventure maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I do intend to stream this weekend. Maybe both Saturday and Sunday, maybe only one of the days. I'm not sure yet, but as always, I will post on Patreon and on the community page as soon as I know. Oh, and also, one more thing. I actually have... no one in Japan is fat. That's not true. There's overweight people in Japan. I actually have a Twitter account now that I plan to start using. So if you are on Twitter and want to follow me there, please do so. I think it should show up if you just search for Tokyo Explorer. The @ name is Tokyo Expl, because Tokyo Explorer was already taken. I will put it in the video description, and I will also make a community post about it. So feel free to join me there if you're on Twitter. Yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye bye. Heido. Auf Wiedersehen. Mata ne.